patience, and we will call the Troy City Council meeting for April the 9th to order. If you'll all stand with us for a brief invocation and then the Pledge of Allegiance. Dear Lord, once again we come before you with humble and grateful hearts for the opportunity to serve our constituents in the great city of Troy. Please lead us and guide us in everything we say and do, and make it be pleasing unto your sight. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. You'll face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Can I get the clerk too?
If the clerk will please note that all of our members are present except for Mr. Meeks, who is away this evening. I don't think we have any committee reports at this time, other than the executive committee did meet at 4 o'clock upstairs to discuss agenda items, and all of our members were present there as well, except for Mr. Meek. So, with that, Council, you have the minutes of the previous meeting before you. If there are no additions or corrections to those minutes, a motion to approve is in order. By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by?
Take it.
Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. 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 Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Thank you. The first item of business is an off-premise retail beer and off-premise retail table wine license transfer. This is with Dollar General stores. And is there someone here from Dollar General to represent them? If not,
I make a motion that we carry this forward until we can have someone here, a representative from Dollar General here.
All right, there is a motion on the floor to carry over the alcohol license transfer due to no one being present. Is there a second?
Second. By
Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the alcohol license transfer is carried over. Ms. Clerk, if you will please let them know that we will address that if they will come be a part of the meeting. Thank you. Next item of business is Resolution 2019-47, which is the appointment of City Clerk Treasurer. With this, be it resolved by the Council of the City of Troy, Alabama as follows. Whereas Alton Starlin has submitted retirement paperwork effective May 1st, 2019, and whereas Shannon Bryan is the Assistant Clerk, and whereas the term of the City Clerk is through the first Monday in November of 2020. Now therefore be it resolved that Shannon Bryan is hereby appointed to the office of City Clerk and Treasurer of the City of Troy effective May the 1st, 2019, upon the effective date of Alton Starlin's retirement, adopted this the 26th day of March 2019.
That needs to be April. April the 9th.
If that is amendable to the council, we will change the date on this resolution to the 9th day of April 2019. With that amendment to the resolution, Mayor, does this come with your approval?
It does, and I think Ms. Bryan is very capable, and I look forward to working with her.
All right. Questions, comments from the council regarding the resolution? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Ms. Baker, seconded by?
With corrections.
Yeah.
Can you put in the motion?
I move the motion forward with the correction of May 9th, 2019 being the effective date.
Second.
Mm-hmm.
Seconded by Ms. Moultrie. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, Resolution 2019-47 as amended is passed. Thank you. Congratulations, Ms. Bryan.
Told her I didn't know if I should congratulate her. Just
We will reserve any other comments for the future. And as you as well, Ms. Bryan, you can reserve your comments for the future. Thank you. We appreciate what you've been doing and what you will do for our city. The next item of business is Resolution 2019-48, Computer Lease Agreement. Mr. Chandler, if you will come forward and give us a brief description of the computer lease agreement.
Yes, sir. There are two large items that we propose to purchase. Both of them are on the state of Alabama bid list, so we do not have to bid them out. We can use the state bid pricing for that. The two major components are backups for our servers, and in addition, the larger component is the backup for all of our data and files and video and things of that nature. We currently have a full backup for all the servers and data in the city at a primary location. At our secondary location, we have a partial backup. We just limited, don't have the equipment there to provide a full backup of everything. So what this will enable us to do, we'll put this new equipment at our primary location and move our existing equipment to our secondary location. That way we'll have two complete sets of data and servers, and everything that runs and backs up throughout the city is all the files, all the servers and everything that work citywide. Instead of purchasing all this up front, they offer a lease to lease it over 5 years, and that's what we're proposing tonight, to do that with equal payments over 5 years. At the end of 5 years, we can then pay $1 and own the equipment if we want to decide to keep it, or we can turn the equipment back into them. So this enables us to keep new equipment with support for 5 years, as well as provides us with the ability to have a complete set of backups for all our servers and stuff at a secondary off-site location. So it's the lease for these two items. In addition, there's another charge in there of some $13,000 where this company will come in and set up the new equipment and move and set up the existing equipment and make sure it all works like it's supposed to. This new equipment is the same brand and it's compatible with our existing equipment. That's why we went this direction, to make sure it would all work and do what it's supposed to do.
All right. Any questions, comments for Mr. Chandler? Mayor?
What kind of warrant comes with this? Warrant.
It comes with the 5 years of warranty and support for the full time. And the amount of money for the lease payments and for the install all is in this current year's budget.
Yes, I was going to mention that this is a budgeted item, and it's very important to the city to, as you've heard horror stories in other places, related to, systems failures. We've done Brian and Weston have done a very good job of keeping us ahead of things, and this is a very important part of that process.
Mayor, I know this comes with your approval. Is that correct?
It does.
Any other questions or comments from the council to Mr. Chandler or the mayor regarding the computer lease agreement? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by Mr. Jones. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item of business is Ordinance 399, amending the corporate limits by annexation of certain real land. This is property out Elm Street, where the frontal property is actually in the city limits, but the adjoining property behind it, owned by the same people, are not. I believe the living structure is not in the city limits. Is that correct? And they're wanting to bring it into the city limits. Did I say that right, Ms. Sanders? Thank you. All right. We had the first reading of this ordinance at our previous meeting. So if there are no questions or comments regarding Ordinance 399, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Mr. Jones, seconded by
second.
Ms. Baker. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, Ordinance 399 is approved. Thank you. Next item, Ordinance 401, adopting regulations for small cell facilities in the city of Troy. Ms. Sanders, if you will please come forward and give us a description of ordinance 401, which we had a first reading of at our previous meeting.
This ordinance is being presented in order to comply with the FCC's order accelerating wireless broadband deployment by removing barriers to infrastructure investment. The FCC order states that local governments cannot prohibit deployment, sets fee restrictions, provides guidance limitations on aesthetic requirements, establishes shot clocks for small cell facilities, application review and approval process, and defines small cell wireless facilities. Local governments have until April 15th, 2019 to comply with these limitations. The City of Troy recognizes the need to encourage wireless infrastructure investment and the digitization of and for more efficient management of small cell systems as systems advance, while providing reasonable regulations for the placement, expansion, height, and maintenance of small cell facilities in order to protect the public welfare, health, safety, and interest of the city's citizens in its implementation. This ordinance does this by setting out an application process including timelines and defined fees, reasonable factors considered in awarding approval, clear and reasonable prohibitions, and objective and reasonable design standards. If adopted, in addition to the publication as required by law, we plan to upload this ordinance along with the application and examples on the city's website at troyl.gov/smallcell within the next few days. Since this ordinance was altered from the first reading, we humbly ask that the council vote to consider this ordinance for immediate consideration and approve this ordinance tonight.
All right, council, you have before you this ordinance. Any questions or clarifications from Ms. Sanders at this time? Hearing none, you've heard the request of Ms. Sanders to have an immediate adoption of this ordinance with the corrections and changes that have been made. In order to do that, we would need to suspend the rules in order to do that. Is there a motion to suspend the rules and take up immediate adoption of ordinance 401?
So moved.
By Ms. Baker, seconded by?
Second.
Ms. Moultrie. This is a roll call vote, is that correct, Ms. Clerk? All right, Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Baker?
Aye.
Ms. Moultrie?
Aye.
Myself, aye. We have a unanimous consent to suspend the rules and take immediate action on ordinance 401 as amended. With that, is there a motion to approve ordinance 401? By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by?
Second.
Mr. Jones? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, ordinance 401 is approved. Almost gave you a new name, Mr. Jones.
I was on that.
But thank you. All right. With that, we do not have any appointments this evening. Mayor, we welcome your comments and report.
Not much of a report, just I want to thank Ms. Sanders for all of her hard work in getting that done, and appreciate the council's. I think it was an abundance of caution to, as far as the need to suspend the rules, but Mr. Calhoun and Ms. Sanders have worked very diligently on this, and I think it's, it's important that the technology is important, and us being able to have some sort of say-so in it is important. So appreciate that very much. I see my friend Pastor Tyrone Moultrie is here. I was in Texas this past Sunday, so I couldn't go to his 16th anniversary of him pastoring the Pete, St. Peter's Missionary Baptist Church. But Tyrone, I appreciate all you do for the community, and congratulations on your long service with the church. Appreciate what you're going to do in the future. And to Miss Bryan, Shannon, I'm very excited to be working with you, starting at 1 second after midnight on May 1st. And we will. That's when you're going. In the middle of the night, you're going to all of a sudden be responsible. So you can set your alarm clock if you like. But no, I appreciate the council taking action on that, and I'm sure we'll. Mr. Starling, perhaps I'll be here at the next meeting, and we can discuss that. But Shannon has worked very well with all the current employees and department heads, and it'll be a seamless transition through this term. And I'll do anything I can, Shannon, to help you. You know that. So appreciate the council. Unless there are any questions, that's all I got.
Questions or comments for the mayor? Hearing none, council member comments. Mr. Jones?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I would like to say congratulations to Shannon. And I want to go on the record as being the first beating the mayor at the gun of giving you a test. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But when we reply back to, what is it, Dollar General on that alcohol thing, we let them know that the reason why we didn't take the action is because we adopted the ordinance that somebody had to be present at the meeting in order for us to go forward. With that said, I would just say, God bless our city and God bless us.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Ms. Baker?
I also would like to say congratulations and thank you, Shannon, Miss Bryan. We're going to have to come up with another. Miss Clark doesn't sound good. We're going to have to come up with something else on that one. But thank you for all that you have done and that you will do. Troy Fest is coming up. I know everyone's seeing the signs. I always think that's one of our best weekends as a city to showcase our community. So I hope everyone is planning to be downtown the last weekend in April. Great opportunity to invite your family and friends. They have a lot of information on their social media regarding artists that's coming, schedules. So I would encourage everyone to follow Troy Fest Art Festival to get the information and plan to be downtown at the end of this month. That's all I have.
Thank you. Ms. Moultrie?
I have 3 things I want to say. No, 4.
I gotta clean up.
I'm start with the business. Shannon, you're going to do good. We believe in you. Okay? So, but if it get rough, you just let us know. We'll get Jason off you. Okay? All right. There is a, hosted by somebody named Troy Servolution, a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, Saturday, March the 30th.
Yeah, they had that. It was a great success
Yeah.
at the Academy Street School.
Academy Street. All right. District 5 will have a meeting. I haven't had this on Thursday, April 25th, here at this place at 6 o'clock, at 5:30. So we asked that everyone come out in the district and let's share your concerns or whatever ideas you may have as it relates to this district or any district. But we just have it on a quarterly basis, and this is the time for us to have it. We will also have a Washington Street Area Neighborhood Watch meeting here on April the 16th at 6 o'clock. For those who are interested in knowing more about the Neighborhood Watch that we're trying to set up in the area. I want to thank everybody for, all my colleagues, for what we've done. Hopefully we hadn't done anything that will hurt Shannon. Because Shannon's a nice person. So.
They setting you up, Shannon. They setting you up.
But I believe, we believe in it. So I want you to know that. Don't have any doubt about that. All right?
I think she knows what she's getting into.
I hope you do.
Mr. President, I did forget to announce that the month of April is District 4 Cleanup Month. I see Vaughn in the back. Thank you. You've already been busy. I have received lots of compliments that my district gets pretty lucky with spring cleaning that we get April. So take advantage of that. Call 311 and let them know, and they will come and pick it up for you at your curb. Now I'm done.
All right. Thank you. I'll be brief, but Shannon, congratulations. Look forward to working with you. I know you'll do well. I'll say briefly, we'll elaborate this at a hopefully the next meeting, but thank Alton for his many years of service to the city and the things he's done. A lot of hard work, a lot of time and effort has been placed there, so we appreciate him, but look forward to working with you in the future, Shannon, and I know you'll do a good job. Ms. Sanders, thank you, especially for this ordinance. The best planning and zoning ordinance in the state of Alabama and probably the Southeast, and I'll put her up with any competition, anytime, anywhere, with anybody. But she does a great job, and thank you for protecting our city from a lot of other things and making sure our city is clean, safe, and all that. So thank you. Pastor Tyrone, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I was not in Texas, but I did not come, but I didn't know anything about it. So if I'd have known, I would have been
We need
happy to be there.
invitations next time.
I wish we were. We can go and celebrate there. How about that? But congratulations, and I will ditto what the mayor said about thank you for what you do for our community, and thank you for what you do with your church. And it's a pleasure to attend your church. I like to hear you preach. So thank you very much. Good Friday is coming up. I know city offices and services will be closed on April the 19th for Good Friday. There will be no garbage or trash pickups on that day, which affects mostly District 3, I believe. So, well, no, that's a Friday, so that'll be 1 and 2 mainly. But I think, will it be the following?
They'll pick it up on Thursday.
Thursday the 8th? The day before.
Yeah, day before.
So get it out there on Thursday the 18th, because they will not be by on Friday the 19th. And if you have any questions or comments that I've screwed that up, call Vaughn directly, and he'll give you the right dates and times. And with that, a motion to adjourn is in order. We are dismissed. Thank you. I told